Hello, welcome to the Battlin Barrow. In this video, I want to go over the Last Alliance campaign rules. And the first thing you're going to be asking is, what is the Last Alliance campaign? It is a online campaign, map-based campaign for the Middle-earth strategy battle game, where you guys affect the outcome of the campaign. I will be doing something similar for other game systems in the future, so bear with me. This one is just for the Middle-earth strategy battle game. Veteran players might remember a website called thelastalliance.com that I used to run, and there was a web-based campaign there. This is basically that, but for the new web, as it were, Web 0.2. So yeah, it's going to be a massive map-based game where different alliances are waging war for supremacy of the land. Each alliance will have a number of regions, and once their regions are captured, they are out of the campaign. So to capture a region, you book a game with your real-life opponent, go off and play that game in person. You sort of come back to the website, enter the results in, and then the map will update to reflect your results. Be careful kind with the code, it does take a few moments to update the map. And that's it, but I thought we'll go over the rules now. So the first thing you're going to need to do is head over to the battlinbarrow.com and register an account. There, it's free, easy. You and your opponent both need to do it. There, you'll need to manage your account and select what alliance you want, and then apply for approval. I have to do this to make sure, you know, cheating and bots don't get involved. So every so often I'll go over the list and make sure, hit the approve button, and you should be able to take part and play. If you think it's gone on for too long, just hit me up on here, or Twitter, or the website itself. There's a forum on the website, and just say, "Oi, Kev, sort me out." But then let's go over the rules a bit, because there's a lot to unpack. So I don't want to make this video too long. So the first thing is, yes, it's alliance based. Now, if you head over to the website, you'll go into the Middle-earth SPG section. You'll see the campaign rules, and that's what we're going to go over a bit in depth here. So we have a list of alliances. There's an equal number of good and evil. If you can click on them, it will take you down to the army lists that you can use to take part. One thing I have done is included the old army lists from the old books that have just been replaced, because I prefer those army lists for this sort of thing. They're more flexible, shall we say. The new ones are a bit narrative based, shall we say. So you can use either the old or the new. Just for reference, I'll be using the old. So yeah, so if we look at something like Angmar, you can see there you've got the Angmar from the Lord of the Rings old book, Dark Denizens of Mirkwood from the Hobbit old book. What's new? They got a new one. Do they even have a new one? Yes, they do. They have Rise of the Necromancer and so forth. So yeah, you pick your alliance, and then from there you can pick what army you want to use. This is good versus evil, so your opponent will need to be on the opposite side. One thing to note is you can only change your alliance if you are currently unaligned, your alliance has been knocked out of the campaign, or the first of the month. Why the first of the month? People from the old lastalliance.com website know this. It's because there are forums that you can, for each alliance that you, when you're a member of, you can chat with your fellow alliance members and plan strategies. And you can't have people just swapping alliances willy-nilly and spying on, you know, cheating, effectively trying them. But what you could do if you really want to, and then this isn't against the rules, is on the first of the month have one of your alliance members change to be a spy and plant them into the forums for a whole month. It means they won't be able to take part in the campaign, play games, but that's up to you whether you want to do that. But if you do get found out, there could be a visit to the stocks. This means you just won't be able to play any games for a wee while. So no harm, that's a risk you have to take. So yeah, you only be allowed to change if you're unaligned, your alliance has been knocked out, in the first of the month. On the first of the month, that all the alliance forums are hidden from view, so no one can sort of, you know, change and have a look as well. Each alliance is represented by a colour on the campaign map, and you can see the colour on the alliance list has a border around it. This is represented on the campaign map. And let's talk about that now, the regions of the campaign map. campaign map is divided up into various regions. Mountains and rivers will form a barrier that effectively separate two neighbouring regions. Some rivers will have a little crossing, a ford or a bridge. They effectively make that region neighbours. You can only attack a neighbouring region. There are also ports on the campaign, and you'll see a dotted line on the map that will take you down to a different region that you sail to. So if we look at the campaign map and we look at MacLeod, you can see a port there and dotted lines going north and south. If you follow the south one, that will take you to Mingrahath, so that's effectively now a neighbouring region, or the other one takes you to Angsel, right up north, so that is effectively a neighbouring region as well if you have a port. Each alliance will have a number of regions under its control. Some have more than others. I've tried to make it even, to be as even as possible, but some, Gondor is going to be more powerful than, say, the Shire and the North, so it makes sense that some will have more starting than less starting, but each side has an equal number of starting regions. And as I mentioned, you can only attack a neighbouring region, but it has to be either unoccupied, and on the map that's that sort of light greenish colour, or it contains it is occupied by a alliance of your opponent you're wishing to play a game against. So if you're Gondor and your neighbouring region is Mordor, if your opponent is a Mordor player, you can book that, or if it's unoccupied, you can book that. Now the winner of that region gets to claim it as their own, and when you enter the results in, that colour will change to reflect that. Again, give the code chance to update the map. This is cool. If you had a Mordor, you're attacking a Mordor player's region, that means that would become Gondor in our previous example. But if it's unoccupied, a Mordor one, that means you've got a Mordor player next to you at that point. So yeah, it's a risk you have to take on these things. Some regions will have a fortification symbol. This means the defending player may choose to play a siege game instead of a normal battle, giving them the advantage of being behind a siege wall. And you just follow the rules for the sieges in the main rulebook. We've covered approval. You'll have to get approval for the campaign. This is fairly straightforward. Okay, let's go on to booking games. So if you want to book a game, you sort of decide amongst your opponent who's going to be the attacker, who's going to be the defender, and what region you're attacking. Come over to the website and go to the campaign map page. Click on the region that the valid region you want to attack, and it'll bring up the booking page. You can only have one battle booked a month, and whilst you've got that battle booked, no one else can attack that region. So sometimes a region may already be booked and you won't be able to attack that. Fill in your opponent's name, and you'll be presented with a code. This should be emailed out to you. For some reason people said not getting emails when they register the account for the email confirmation, so really check your spam for this to make sure it hasn't just gone into an automatic spam filter or something. You should be able to find this game by going to the campaign map, and if you've got a game book, you'll see this here. If you click on that, it'll just bring up all this information up again, of the game and the confirmation code. Please bear in mind you only have a week from the date you play this game to book it, otherwise it becomes voided and the region becomes free for anyone else to use. To complete the game, the battle, you go over to the campaign completion page, enter that code and put in the outcome. If both yours and your opponent's outcomes match, the map gets updated and which will reflect that booking. Please, as I keep mentioning this, please be careful. It does take a few moments for this map to update. And that is it. That is generally the gist of it, of the campaign, and it carries on going until all the alliances from one side are out, and then that side is the winner, and we also work out the overall alliance winner, which alliance actually did the best in the campaign. So yeah, good luck with this. If you have any questions, head over to the forums. There are some forums in which you can look at to ask any questions about the campaign, and if you want anything clarified, I can do that for you. Just a nice short video. I'm hoping this will be a bit of fun for you guys to take part in. One thing I'd ask Middle-earth SBG players, can you share this video around to let people know this campaign's going on? There will be another one coming real soon. It'll be run in conjunction with this to add a bit of flavour and spice to this one. That will involve battle companies, but yeah, so stand by for that. I'm really hoping this is going to be a bit of fun for you guys. So I'm going to be doing this sort of thing for other game systems as well, so look out for that. But until I do that, stay safe, take care, bye bye bye.